Hey there, everybody. How you doing? I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you so much for tuning in, and cheers. Want to do another album review here. This is the latest by guitar god Jeff Beck, side by side with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, of course, is most well known for being an actor in some eclectic movies, but he is also a musician, and he actually started out as a musician in his younger days. Him and Jeff Beck became friends a few years back, and they have collaborated on an album called 18. Now, it's not released on vinyl yet, only on CD. The vinyl will come later in the year, which is why I'm showing you the CD. The album artwork was actually done by Jeff Beck's wife, Sandra. So, this album is very eclectic in its own right. It is a very interesting album. Naturally, it's got some great guitar work. It's got some fantastic music on it. Maybe a couple of slower points or a couple of odd choices. Now, it only has 2 original songs on here, and everything else is a cover or some version of a cover. They don't always necessarily sound like the original, but the original 2 are, this is a song for Miss Hedy Lamarr, which I love that song. That's a fantastic song. And another one called, well, let's say Sad Mother Effin' Parade. Okay, I will use those terms. The album starts off with an instrumental, a fairly slow instrumental called Midnight Walker. And then we go from that into a remake of the Death and Resurrection Show by Killing Joke from 2003. Not exactly like the original song, but still sounds very similar to it. It has a very industrial sound to it. It might be a little shocking to some Jeff Beck fans. We go from that to a version of Time by Dennis Wilson, which is pretty well done. Very good song, a good version of it. Johnny sounds good on it. Jeff, of course, sounds good. Then we get to the Sad Mother Effin' Parade. I'm only saying that. Who knows? There might be a kid watching this channel. Obviously, that's not what the song says. But that lyric goes through the song. It's a mostly spoken word kind of song. I will tell you, it's an earworm. It gets in you, and it's hard not to be saying that while you're at work or something. The song sticks to you. So far, pretty good. All different kinds of songs. From there, we go into one of the first of 2 Beach Boys instrumentals that are done on here. Both of them from Pet Sounds. We've got Don't Talk, Put Your Head on My Shoulder. Jeff does a pretty good job of that. A couple songs later, he does Caroline No, which is a song that I really love. And he does a really good version of it. In the meantime, he's got, this is a song for Miss Hedy Lamarr, which I said is an original. I love that song. Has a very David Bowie type of sound to it. And then it comes in with a great guitar solo. Really, really well done song. They do a version of Ooh Baby Baby, you know, Ooh Baby Baby, which, that one could have been cut out. They do a version of What's Going On, which, okay. And then they do Venus and Furs by the Velvet Underground. Do a fantastic job of that. Sounds a lot like Pink Floyd, the way they're playing it. Johnny sounds good. The guitar is excellent on it. Really like that song. They do Let It Be Me, like the Everly Brothers old song. Of course, that's been redone by plenty of people. And then for a surprise, they do Stars by Janice Ian. So I'm sure that Chris Profey will appreciate that one. And to end the album, they do a fantastic version of John Lennon's Isolation. So overall, it's a pretty good album. Like I said, it's very eclectic. You have to listen to it a few times to get into it, I think. It's one of those type albums. That's why I didn't do a review of it right off the bat. Like I said, I wanted to listen to it for a while. A couple songs I would have changed on there, but overall, I like the album. It's not one I would recommend to everybody. So you might want to stream it for a while before you buy it. But if you're somebody that can listen to music that kind of is a little bit all over the place, then I think you might appreciate this album. And, you know, it's got Jeff Beck's guitar work on it. He's got some great instrumentals. So, you know, I'm going to like it. Big fan of Jeff Beck. And Johnny Depp has more of, you know, he's not like a big voice kind of singer. He has more of a softer voice. Some of it's almost speaking type verses or singing that he does, but he does a good job of it. Comes off well. I think he has done himself justice on this album, playing alongside a legend like Jeff Beck. So after a few listens, I like it. I like the album. So I would give it, if I was doing it on a scale, it'd probably be a B plus. So anyway, give it a listen, see what you think. I just want to give a quick review of the latest by Jeff Beck and what? Johnny Depp. 18. It's out now. I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you, every single person that has watched this video. Till the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.